Okay, here we're going to demonstrate the learn process that we're trying, the main part of the patent. And we have our app is the primary user interface to go through this process. The software, the logic actually is built into the controller itself, which is plugged into the OBD port underneath the dash. So we have a predefined or preset list of the different systems and sensors that we're interested in monitoring for occupancy determination. And you'll see that in the app. And you can just start from the top and go down to the bottom. We'll start with transmission, for example. To start this process, once you enter the area like transmission or the other, that's the start of the filtering process, right? Where so the negative mask, right, is being populated. And you give that a few minutes to run, let all the noise and everything get filtered out, and at that point you'll start the interact mode. There's an interact button you'll see on the recording. So we tap interact and we just exercise the transmission since that's what we want to map. Transmission is done. And we stop the interact mode, and then at this point we already have a list of candidates. You'll see that there's 14 of those listed, and so we want to pare down that list a little bit, so we just go back through the action again. At this point it's doing the filter process again. Now when we press the interact button, we go to the positive mask build, and I just messed that up. Okay, if you mess it up, you start over. Okay, interact. Stop interact. Okay, we have 15 candidates at this time. We'll do this again. We're down to 11. Again. Okay, we're not filtering out much. If the list is slow to decline, we'll just be quicker about the interact mode.
Just change one status. Try one status at a time.
One more time. Okay, we're down to 6. And at this point, we can see if there's any of the attributes that are being changing. All right, so 160 is changing, so we know that's not what we're interested in. Any of these that are changing without us actually changing the target sensor, we're not interested in. The rest of them are not. So at this point, we simply just observe. When we move the transmission, we can see that 39E changes. Also 228. And sometimes there's more than one ID that's associated with a sensor system, and that's okay. You just want to pick one that's reliable that you can map. So actually 228 seems to be more reliable or provide more information. 39 Echo seems to give the same ID for a couple of the different positions, like neutral and park are both 0. So since the 228 is more detailed, we'll use this one. So we select that ID. We're in park. We'll select park. Put a reverse. Select reverse. Neutral. Select neutral. Drive, select drive.
And test.
And then test. And then you just move through the different settings and you'll see the green dot lines up to the correct position. And So you know you've mapped it correctly. All right, then we just press back and you drop down and go to the next one, parking brake. So we'll start interact. All right, that was quick. I only have 2, so there's no use to have to run through the process to narrow down the list. We just simply change it now. We see 39E is changing every time we put the brake on and take it off. So 39E, brake is off. And we see the brake is on, off, on, off, on, mapped. Oops. Once all of the sensors and systems have been mapped, you simply submit, and that stores all of the data on the portal. And then we have a record of all of the sensors and systems that have been mapped and the digital signature for those as well. All right, and that's it. It's that simple.